What's up, guys? Tim in the North back with another AoE2 ranked match. Today we are on Arena. My opponent Examon, I guess that's how you pronounce that, has the Berbers. Obviously, interesting build order here, right? Couple on straggler trees at the very beginning. But anyway, I am playing as the Franks. And yeah, I'm doing some scouting, trying to obviously find my hunt, which I'm going to try to send in now, I believe. I'm doing this pretty early, almost as soon as I find it, and try to send the sheep or goats in this case around to to scout for me. So I have an ugly hunt position here behind a solid wall of trees, and I think this is the match where I just say screw it. I'm not kiting this all the way around to get to the town center. I'm gonna have to figure this out in another way. My opponent unfortunately has much better scout line than I do, so already in a much better position. But as you can see, there's barracks here. Early barracks. We got a barracks down in the first 3 minutes of the match. So obviously I think we know that means that we're going to be dealing with some kind of a rush here, right? So my opponent went to wood early to try and get enough wood to obviously do a house and a barracks. So yeah, we're gonna see some early pressure on this one. Some poor positioning for me by my vills. I'm still frustrated that my hunt is in a terrible spot. I'm over here scouting the further side of the darkness in hopes that, you know, maybe this wasn't my hunt, but it is. It most certainly is. This elephant is also in a very terrible position. So yeah. Here we are. So 50 some seconds for my opponent. Obviously that you can see they have a militia unit down. How do I get this back to? Oh, I changed the. Oh, it can be any color I want. How are we fighting each other? No, I'm just kidding. So back to purple. This one's right under the middle of the town center. This is gonna be a rough spot because you're not gonna be able to get vills in the back line here. So I am trying to position a goat to transition these guys over. Yeah, rough not gonna be able to get this 300 food over here. Well, more than food. Is 140 for all of them? 140 for all of them. So what, 420 food. So obviously, all right, so we see this now. We do have some dark age pressure, and you know, obviously it's don't panic. So I go and put some barriers down so this guy can stay on the berries without too much of an issue. I'm obviously thinking a lot about what I just saw. That's why these guys are just chilling here. I'm trying to build a little bit of a barrier here as well. Probably should have moved this house closer to like down here. Sorry, had to sneeze. So yeah, I back on food, trying to make sure that I'm going to try doing this efficiently as possible. I did run my scout underneath the town center. Was not able to dodge my way out of that one. So no military for myself. My opponent has parked his units out here. There's a second militia. Still just on their. Oh, it's over here. Okay. So 2 militias and 1 scout. Obviously, this is the combo to try and use the scout to block a vill while the militia units do damage. So obviously not a great situation to send single vills out by themselves, so I will send 2 vills out to here, and I will send a cluster of vills out to the berries. Sending this one out here is not a good idea. I must not have seen the scout run through here, because now militia are going to beat up on the vills. So already not managing this super well, but I did get up to feudal age, so we are going to have some kind of unit accessible to us to deal with this. My opponent's dropped the... Yeah, I dropped the barracks there. I'm running back to the town center. There's no sense in having them wait out here or anything. So with 270 wood, I have any production building to my disposal, and I will choose to make an archery range. So my opponent is going with, I guess it's a Drush, Dark Age Rush, and I want to fight it back with some archers. I feel like that's a appropriate response. I can kite these and kill them, and you know, archers do pretty good damage to scouts. This is not good. Overchop. So my wall was for nothing. I still was panicking and could not get a palisade wall down. I am trying to run these back to see if I can close this. Yeah, it's just too much to handle right now. One archer will come out. Need to pull that archer back. There we go. Obviously, I'm idling the town center quite a bit here, trying to deal with this right now. A Vil versus a scout and a archer to back it up, I'll take that every day. The problem I have is I don't have any on gold, so I'm only going to get one archer out on the field. But all that action and only one eco death so far. It's not too terrible. I did get one kill. I think it was the militia unit. And I lost the scout. Oh, and the villager, right. So that's math. That's math. Alright, my opponent's up to Dark Age himself, also grabbing Loom here. My opponent is also dropping an archery. So we'll see how this goes. Just kind of chilling out here. I think my opponent realizes that this is this isn't gonna do anything. That giant mace ball just it's not enough. Not enough. So why not send it and see what you can distract, I guess. Oh, my opponent is almost done that archery range. And immediately queues up 3 archers. So I'll just attack that with some vills. I'm not worried about militia that was already half dead. So in my mind, I took care of this Drush that my opponent had, and you know, I'm good. I don't have to worry about anything else. Obviously, that was expenditure of resources that probably wasn't idea, and you know, now they're behind a little bit, right? You would think. But I don't know that they're going with archers now. So just finished up on food. I'm just trying to scout out a little bit with the archers here to see if anything shows up on this side as I'm trying to build my wall to go around my base. I think I'm just trying to go from here up a little bit, up here, and then from here to here, then wall this segment back here. Scout still scouting my base. Like I said, I'm not too worried about it at this point because I don't realize that there's archers that are going to be coming. So a lot on wood, but I'm not floating a lot of wood now. Along with the hunt being in a bad spot, this gold is also not very good either, because it's at the bottom of a hill. And my opponent, this is where my opponent obviously wants to attack. That's why the scout's here. And we have 4 archers coming forth along with 1 spearman. So I'm not ready for this. I have 4 archers myself. I think this is where I was gonna stop. I figured I could probably get some damage since I already have some archers. I might as well go a little bit more, but now we're just gonna get picked off with with archers. So this is gonna force me off gold. I don't have enough gold to go up to Castle Age. So this is a bit of a problem, but now we have archer wars. Get this spearman out of here, dude. Yep, he's toast. All right. So I want to get 2 skirms out because I know that I am at a disadvantage with archers at the moment, and the best counter I can do is throw a skirm in here. So one more vill goes down in the archer war. This is a terrible sighting. So this skirm is gonna do some work. Second one on the field, much more favorable for me, but also my opponent has two more archers out, so that sucks. This should be a fight that I win. My opponent, look at that, that's a big brain move. If I move close enough to the skirm, I'm within their range that they can't attack, so I like that. This is super annoying, but it's super smart. So credits to my opponent for that one. Still just pumping out archers. So eventually I just send the villain there to shank the archer. What a mess. What a friggin' mess. So I've lost 2 vills, but I do have a vill lead because my opponent has idled for almost 5 minutes. I'm not a whole lot better. I'm at almost 2 minutes. But it's been enough to help me keep a vill lead. I have clicked up the Castle Age. I have beat my opponent, the Castle Age, and sound advice from Hera, you know, don't try to outspend your opponent in military in Feudal Age. It's not worth it. It's the race to Dark Age. So I don't know. I did end up seeing this. I was like, you know what, I could easily get a couple more archer kills here. Like, the scout is food, right? But if I can kill some gold units, especially before they get to Castle Age, I'm taking out potentially a very strong unit that could become a crossbowman. So, I'm gonna put a market down because I am floating a lot of wood at this point. I'm having problems spending it. And I'm trying, look at this, what the hell is this? This is terrible. Okay. This is just me trying to get, yeah, this is an absolute mess of a wall that I'm trying to set up here. So, another scout out for me. We'll take down one range unit. Again, I'm fighting at the bottom of a hill. This is just really rough terrain over here. The scout is taking pretty much the same tactic that my opponent took with the archers, staying in range of the skirms so they can't attack. But my opponent's still going with those archers. Drush and archer rush, huh? So I'm I don't even know why I bothered building. So Castle Age, I think I want to send these guys to do a town center somewhere. Where are they going? A lot of oh, I put down new farm. There's gonna be an overchop here, but I think this is gonna be to my favor. It's in the back of the base. There's gold here, so I'm probably gonna drop a town center probably somewhere here. It's been a while since I played this. All right, so I got knights on the field. My opponent is not yet in the Castle Age. So this is a decent fight for me. Obviously, the knight could still take quite a bit of damage from, you know, this size of an army, yeah, especially with a spearman there. So the knight will go down, but I have pushed my opponent back to their base, and now I'm shooting on their economy, right? So let's see how this one plays out. Knights, is this an overchop? It's hard to tell with actually, it's an overchop, let's go. These vills don't stand a chance against a knight. and we have an opponent running. These elite skirms now are trying to track down what's left of the archers. We're raiding with some knights. Coming back to the gold, solid move. And the elite skirms are going to get enough damage to help clean up those archers. Some 3 spears here, which is not idea for 2 knights, especially when, you know, collectively they're under full HP. Or full health for a knight. So I still have units trickling up to the north. I have another knight coming in. But there's a ball of military here that is going to be a pain to deal with. So the elite skirms can take out the pikes. But obviously they're going to want to keep walking forward. So I got to try taking out the front unit each time. I'm trying to take out the back now because they're just too close. I do have 3 more knights in the queue. I'm doing okay queuing up military at this point. My opponent is getting some camel riders, which is going to be a problem for the knights. I'm trying to seal this off finally, but there's a gap here. There's a gap here. I did drop a town center back here on the stone. I usually don't like to drop town centers on just stone, but I don't really have much of a choice at this point. So I want to stay in the walls. There's a lot going on out here. So now I'm just gonna take some time to boom a little bit. Got the pressure away from here. So now let's see what we can mass here. I do have a university. I'm thinking about ballistics for the skirms, because obviously I'm going to have to deal with archers most likely, or crossbow. There we go. Town center's down. This guy's gonna build a house to wall this back off. We're on the gold. Probably would have been better to position it right here to be closer to a tree line, but you know what? In the heat of battle, you got to take what you see, and I probably didn't see much. Oh, I knew it was there. Shame on me. I'm finally grabbing forging. My fallen knights probably wish I would have had that much sooner. So I sent the knights out to try to do a little bit more scouting, but of course, military is here. There's just so much here. The knights can clean this up. There's no spears or pikemen here, so that's gonna get cleaned up. Opponent dropping a 3rd town center, close to gold, and I'm gonna send the knights forward and see what I can do. At this point I don't realize that they have camels, but now I do. This is like the most weakness that a knight could face: camels and pikemen. So not a good engagement here for me, as I'm trying to. Both of my militaries ran into their weaknesses, I feel like, here, so I'm back down to only 6 military. Wanted to kite this back here to see what I could find to do damage wise, but this is all walled off. I'm not gonna be able to do anything. So grab some visual insight there with the death of those units. There was no saving them. I'm gonna drop some more stables. Yeah, stables, archery ranges, and I have a castle that I want to get down as well. Feel pretty good with Vills. I'm up to 78. 2 minutes of idle TC time, which at this stage probably isn't the worst thing in the world. I mean, I could be almost 12 minutes, right? But eco casualty is pretty close. 3 kills from me, 2 deaths on my end. So it's been pretty close. My opponent has much more military than I do, though. There's just a lot to take in here. With camel riders, Inators, I guess. I don't even know what this is considered. I know I guess it's a range unit, but I'm assuming they're weak to skirms. I have no idea. assuming this is a special unit for the Berbers. I don't know anything about the Berbers. So, yeah, drop some houses down just because I wanted to make sure this castle went up. It's in the front of my base. It's by gold. I think this is actually technically on a hill. So, yeah. Pretty solid eco set up here. I have 32 on food, 20 on gold. My opponent is abusing the market a little bit. I spammed a bunch for cross by the gold. But getting close to Imperial Age, especially with 92 vills, we're looking to click up at this point. You have a monastery down. I was thinking about relics, but there's just a lot going on. I have opted to drop another town center here because this wood line is getting kind of thin. So might as well pick up another wood line because this one's just about gone. I'm trying to house wall because its protection has evaporated. But yeah, gonna need some more wood, especially if I'm gonna go with more crossbows, right? Opponent here. Stone, gold, some wood. 23 farms, that's solid. But yeah, my opponent is still trying to catch up in vills. That's where all the food's going. It's only showing I guess these farms were just put down. Okay. So when I go against camels, I try to do crossbows and stuff. I feel like they're pretty impactful. Obviously, I do have ballistics. It just came in. I was gonna say I was missing that thing. What the hell's where's ballistics at? Yeah. I feel like they're a little bit more squishier to archers or crossbowmen than the knights are. So you're gonna see me micro this back to castle range here. Not a great engagement for me here. I still don't know much about this unit. I am trying to mass some light cavalry though. I am looking to raid my opponent's base if I can get enough damage. It's time to click up to imp. More than enough resources at this point. So I did try to send the light cav in and they got walled. So that knight's down. This knight will go down. Oh, he's gonna slip away. All right. My opponent's also dropping a castle, so we are heading into a castle showdown here. I have clicked up to imp, so I am in a more favorable I'm in a more favorable position to eliminate my opponent's castle before my castle goes. So we'll see how this goes, right? I have 1,000 stone in the bank. I have not thought about dropping a second castle yet. I also don't think I've grabbed any of the specialty techs, but trying to get more mass on light cav. Obviously, these can be upgraded going into the next age, so I'm going to try to hold on to these guys. Also getting husbandry so I can move a little bit faster. Just now getting heavy plow. 28 farms. I see this castle now. I know that we can't be playing around in range of my castle as well. My opponent's coming forward with a mangonel. This could be a little bit of a problem if I'm not careful. Already lost one, but the mangonel did go down. Oh, yeah, I sent the light cav to the side here. This is not going to be enough pikemen to deal with this. So we are going to be attacking this palisade gate here. There's nothing going on here at the front, so let's come back to the side. My opponent is going to react to this pretty hard. and drop some houses. These houses will be enough. So I take these light cav and try to move up more towards the north. There is a gap here, but it gets blocked off over on this side, so no entry point there. We do have some more light cav trying to come in. There might be an overchop. My opponent deletes the mill to put a castle down. What a move. What a move. We're trying to get through here. We can't, oh, we're in, but we're gonna get walled again? Oh, turn the corner and we're in. We got this. Bills will go down. This military is too far behind. It's gonna have to go around its own barriers to get to me. And bills are falling. Eco kills should be climbing a little bit here up to 12. And yeah, a very hard reaction here for my opponent. While that was going on, I tried raiding from the front again and just got walled off. This was just impenetrable from this side. But we'll take up to 20 eco kills. Cavalry did get through, but this is going to easily cleaned up by the camels. And I'm just pulling the military to the back with this. Like I'm not even trying to make the most of this. I'm just trying to pull the military response back this way because I have Trebs trying to knock on the front door. My opponent's gonna put a stone wall down on the side. He said, "Not again. I will not have that run through my base, killing off my eco again." But we'll see if that's gonna be much of anything. I'm trying to get another castle down just to hold this position, so I can't have any pressure come in from the side. But there is a lot of horse here. These crossbowmen are in the way of this Treb. And this castle is in trouble. This castle is going to go down. There's nobody repairing it, and it has 3 Trebs on it. It's doomed. I didn't know about. I don't think I knew about this opening. I think I just clicked and tried to send them to the back again. And this is, like I said, this is something I like to do. If I can just get a response to open up something from the front, I'm gonna take it. And there's a lot going on here. My opponent has enough military to really deal with this, especially with these guys just attacking the houses. That's not gonna do anything, but what's really gonna shred through things are these crossbows. The crossbows are moving forward. The Trebs are moving forward to start trying to take down some of the production buildings. There's a lot going on in the back here, but my opponent has this pretty much cleaned up. I think I've gone up maybe 10. I mean, we're killing a lot of eco right now. This is gonna shoot up quick. Also, the efficiency is dropping substantially for my opponent. I have a lot of idle bills somewhere. This town center is gonna go down. Oh, what was that researching? That was the imp? That was the imp town center. And he did just click that, so it wasn't like, you know, it sucks, but yeah, this is just about GG at this point. These crossbows getting in here were too much. And this eco's been idled for way too long at this point. So the GG is coming in, and that's gonna do it for this one. So I don't know. There's some games where that early pressure just hits different, and you just feel so unable to deal with it. This time it felt like I was fine. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the micro, or the fact that it stayed just there and didn't wander around my base, causing all kinds of like headaches and stuff. I don't know. There's some pressure that just hits differently. It's definitely not the same as a castle or tower drop, though. I'll tell you that. But yeah, this was a fun one. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed playing it. So for now, feel free to like, comment, consider subscribing if you're not already subscribed to the channel. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.